And I'm back. And we're doing functions by request. Let's have a look. First question. We're starting nice and easy. So it's giving us that f of x is 2x plus 5, and we want to find f of a half. What this means is in your function, whenever you see x, you take it out and you substitute a half, and you simplify as much as possible. So I'm going to try and see how that goes. So my f of x is 2x plus 5, but we said instead of x, I'm now going to put a half. So that's going to be equal to 2 times a half plus 5. 2 times a half is 1. So 1 plus 5 is 6. So that's the final answer. Now, if you guys want to try B, you can pause me. I can go get myself a cup of tea and then press play when you're done. Okay, let's see. So this is telling me that I now have to substitute -1 wherever I see x in my function. So my f of x is 2x plus 5. I now take the x out and put -1 in. So let's see what happens. I have to do 2 lots of -1 plus 5. So 2 times -1 is -2 plus 5 equals to 3. And that's my answer. So those are the basics. Now let's see an application of that in a slightly more difficult question. Question number 2. So, I can change colors. Haha. All right, so I've got f of x equals to x squared plus ax minus 8. And it's telling me that f of minus 3 equals to 13. What this means is if I work out f of minus 3, so just like what I did here in question number 1, I'm going to get 13. So I can make that equal to 13. And it wants me to determine the value of a. So let's do it and see what happens. So we said we have to work out f of minus 3. So we said wherever we see x, we have to do -3. But obviously we have to be very, very careful because we're squaring negatives, we're multiplying negatives and positives. So we have to be mindful of the signs. So let's go. So my f of -3. We said I've got x squared first. So instead of that, I'm going to say -3 squared. Be careful to put brackets around negatives, particularly if you're doing a calculator paper. And then I've got plus, and I've got to do -3 times a. So minus and a plus is a minus. So I rush through the sign. It should be a minus. And then a times 3 is 3a. So -3a. And then I have to copy the -8. So I substituted wherever I saw x, I substituted that with -3. And it's telling me if I work that out, I should get 13. I make that equal to 13. And then I simplify, solve, and there you go. I'm nearly done. So let's see, -3 squared is +9. Because minus times minus is plus, 3 times 3 is 9. -3a stays the way it is for now. -8 stays the way it is for now. 13 stays the way it is. Now I can collect like terms. And I can go 9 minus 8. That's 1. So I've got -3a plus 1 equals to 13. And now I can start solving this equation. However you guys want to solve it, I take away 1 from both sides. So I'm going to get -3a equals to 12. And then I need to divide both sides by -3. So a is going to be equal to 12 divided by -3 is -4. And I'm done with that one. And let's see the last one. I've got f of x equals to 5x plus 2. We want to determine the following, simplifying where possible. So this is telling me that wherever I see x in my original, I should substitute x squared and simplify if I can. So I've got 5x plus 2 is my f of x, but now I have to take the x out and put x squared in its place. So that's going to be 5x squared plus 2. I can't simplify, so I leave it. You guys, if you want to pause me for a couple of minutes and try part B, and then come back when you have an answer. All right, let's check it out. So this one is telling me wherever I see x in my original, I should substitute x plus 1. So my original is 5x plus 2, but I don't need that anymore. I actually need x plus 1 in there. So 5x plus 1. Have to copy the plus 2 because I haven't done anything to it. I can see I can expand these brackets, so I do it. And I'm getting 5x plus 5 plus 2. And that's 5x plus 7. And I'm done. So that's the first clip on functions. The basics, next one, I think we're doing inverse functions. And yes, keep tuned for the next one, which is inverse functions.